This fourth principle is called shearing. Now, shearing by itself is a fairly unimpressive movement, but it acts like a catalyst. Hip rotation by itself, very unimpressive. But if you couple that with a blow, then the hip rotation enhances the effectiveness of the blow. That's very important. It's much like adding oxygen to hydrogen. The results are explosive. Let me show you an example using a technique that has 3 different shears in it. We'll do it from both sides, and that way you can see the application. Then we'll go back and explain how it works. The technique we call scissor hands, and I'm going to use Jim here. Jim? As his punch comes in, we'll step in and use block right extended. Going to hit him right here in the face. At the same time, I shove in this direction. We have a shear being caused. 1. I'll hit him like so into the ribs, shuffle into the face, hit him into the groin. Then you can do whatever you want after that. Let me show you the other side, because this other hand plays a lot into this. 1, 2. You've seen the block right extended. Draw you over here a bit. Block right extended. Now when I hit him in the face, you saw the face shot. This is pushing on this shoulder. I'm going to get a ratcheting effect. But they're not going to come together. They shear. And I strike in here. Pushing on him, he resists, and I let him go. Now I'm going to shuffle in, hit him in the face. I'm using a long-range elbow. Hit him in the face. The shear is about this wide. Then I'm going to hit him in the groin. This is a shear-like movement. This goes in this direction, does not converge. This goes in this direction. Let me explain to you why it works. To do that, it's probably best to focus on the elbow strike. The elbow strike presents the clearest picture of the shear. Let me show you what I mean. Shearing hands use 2 shears and a shear-like action. As I said before, let's look at one that makes it real easy to see this shearing principle. Let's look at that elbow strike. Now, a typical elbow strike is taught in most classical martial arts. Looks like this. Bam! This is good except for one thing. I mean, this is the 44 Magnum of the martial artist's arsenal. Jim? One problem. If I line up with Jim and I hit him, knocks him back. The energy that I wanted to go into the target is dissipated by the fact that he yields to the blow. There is an improvement. You use the pincer approach. When I hit him, I hit just like this. Now he absorbs all the energy. Doesn't go anywhere. He's staying right here. That's an improvement. But what we want to do is we want to improve it still. Now let me explain what a shear is for just 1 second. A shear is 2 opposing lines of force, but they don't converge. They miss each other. Parallel but opposing lines. Now if I do the same thing, and I move in, and now I hit him here, you get that effect. I am shearing him across this. The span varies, but you can still shear. Let me show you that technique once more. This time I got him lined up. I'm going to move across. Going to hit him in the face. Strike him here using a hammer wrist into the kidney. Shuffle in, hit him in the face. Then I'm going to go to the groin with the shear-like movement. Follow it up any way I like. Again. Change the angle a bit over here. Going to move in, extended block right. Hit him in the face. Fire into here. I'm going to lower myself so this isn't striking down. Striking on this plane here. Then I'm going to shove up. Hit him in the groin in a shear-like movement. Follow any way I like. From this side, again, extended block right. I'm positioned to hit here. I've got a shear-like force here. One plane, the other plane. Shift off. He resists this push. I let him run right into the hammer wrist. Long range elbow. The difference in width on the shear. Circles to the groin in a shear-like action. Then you can follow with whatever you wish. Let me show you how you do the same principle, but narrow it down and use it for extremity destruction. Not going for the bicep, going for the bone. Let me show you this same shearing principle again. But let me show you the span doesn't really affect the principle. You can apply it narrow span, you can apply it wide span. Easiest way to see narrow span is in what a lot of people call biceps destruction. It's not really the bicep. You're not trying to do that. You're trying to get to the bone. Jim? One of the things that I want to do in biceps destruction, and let's call it what it is, arm destruction, I want to go for this line right here. The bicep is here. The tricep is located in here. I want to split that line. I want to drive the point of my elbow into that point there. My hand should not be opposing the blow. That simply supports it. It's like I'm going to break his finger, but I'm going to hold on to it wrapped around it. What I want to do is I want to shift this hand down. So my hand is here, my elbow is here. I might move in with a technique, and let me position you just about like this, partner. That'll work. I'm going to move in 1, 2, 3, 4. My hand would be up, that would be supporting it, striking in here. From here I'm going to move in, shuffle in with an elbow strike. I'm using a long range elbow, striking high. This is supplying a shear. Then I'm going to use a shear-like action. This hand comes around. It's about 2 feet distance between the hand, 18 inches to 2 feet. Then I can pull out and fire any way I want. It's important when you do this that you understand the principle, because the principle can be applied to different parts of the anatomy. I might be in this position here, striking right in here. My elbow is at this height, my hand is at this height. Were they here, it wouldn't have near the devastating effect that this does. You can also use this shearing principle from the floor. Can't expect to be fighting all the time up. A very important concept, however, is how you fall. Jim, please put your right leg forward. This guy's really coming after me. If I fell and I'm doing this, I'm leaving him options. He could step on my ankle, could step on my knee, could kick me in the groin, lots of things he could do. One of the characteristic seating positions for the Indonesians is a silo. Allows your legs to be in a very chambered position. I can take this left leg, scoot it around my target, use the right leg. Here we have a shear. Opposing forces occurring along the same lines. If I fall this way, I can still hook, shoot a nice side kick into the leg. Again, I drop in this position, hook, either shear this way or pulling this way and pushing that way. Opposing, but parallel forces applied against the target. Very effective.